What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Kayla, and we are here with my girl.
I'm Daniela. I'm a freelance entertainment writer, self-care enthusiast, and podcaster.
We love that. We love that. And today we are talking about employed but still struggling.
Yes, let's put on for the young and employed.
Yes.
Those entering the workforce and getting ready to see what the real world is like. Because, baby, life been lifing.
Life be life.
Just a tad. Just a teensy.
You're gonna need this. Trust me. Okay. We're going to start off with something simple. What's something that you wish you would have learned in school about your career?
Okay, so I think the biggest thing for me as a journalist and working in TV.
Yeah.
Is that okay to say?
Yeah.
Okay. And working in TV is I didn't realize how many people like get up and move around. Like when I decided that I was going to be a journalist, I just thought that I was going to tell stories in Atlanta and it was just going to be that. But no, like people be working all over. They sign these contracts and they move across the country and they be in one place for 2 years, another place for 3 years.
Girl, yes.
And I don't like that. Like I'm the type of person, I like comfortability, I like stability, and I like to be near my community. So that was definitely a culture shock for me getting into the news. Getting into
I mean, we already said.
We already said it. Getting into news is like, girl, you gonna have to literally leave your hometown and make a way for yourself. And that's really scary for somebody like me who I was born in Atlanta, raised in Atlanta, went to every school, even university in Atlanta. And so my first time moving away was for a job, which is crazy because when you move for a job, you really only have those people versus when you move for school, it's like, it's a built-in community. Y'all all there for the same purpose. You got classes with people. You doing community organizations with people. When you moving on your own for work, it's like, it's just different.
It is, and I feel like with news especially, you're really moving like every 2 years because the thing is when it comes to news that a lot of people don't understand is like there's markets and you're trying to like gradually work your way up every single time and it's like you will be in the boondocks of Alabama or boondocks of Oklahoma. You never know where you're going to be at for your first station, and I just think that itself is already kind of hard to adjust with. Luckily, I didn't have to do that. Thank you, Jesus.
No, for real.
But I couldn't see myself doing that.
No facts. Like, it's just really hard. I remember when I did NABJ student projects and like they have like a career part where you can just meet with recruiters and stuff like that. And I went into it feeling like I had to have a job. I had to have a job when I leave. And I didn't have one, but I was still applying. And my mentor at the time was kind of like, don't be afraid to take a job you don't want. It's a stepping stone. Don't be afraid to get up and move and go where the money go. But it's like, okay, I'm going to go where the money go, but what about the rest of me? What about my mental health? What about being alone? Like I had never been alone in that way before, so it's just different to really make all those type of sacrifices for your job, you know, when your job only encompasses a certain part of your life.
And I will say for me, I wish, I would say this as far as going to HBCU, I wish I learned about transitioning back into not being the minority. I mean, the majority anymore. Because I feel like, especially for me, it's like, the code switching, like, when do I do it, when do I not do it? And especially because at the HBCU, you get so comfortable being able to talk freely how you want to. So I think that was probably like one of the biggest adjustments for me, but especially since, I mean, we are in Atlanta, it wasn't a major adjustment, but I still feel like that was something that I wish I could have learned. But I also think I wish I would have learned about being the youngest person and going into any career, honestly, because that itself is a challenge.
It's definitely been a lot of growing pains, but it's like just learning not to underestimate myself. Like other people is going to underestimate you regardless, especially like the industry that we work in. We're black women. We're always going to be underestimated, and that's just what it is. But when I was in a space of feeling insecure about what I brought to a table, it made things worse. It made stuff harder because they already second guessing me, and I'm second guessing myself. Now I'm sitting in the corner, got anxiety.
It's so easy to feel imposter syndrome, and I will say that there is going to be times you might not get that applause. Like you may not get that applause like you feel like you deserve, especially with what position you're in. And it's like that's why you really got to be your biggest cheerleader.
Girl, you know, in the position that I work, it's a...
Okay, I do have a question because this kind of bounces off from you saying you're from Atlanta. So I have taken a notice. Atlanta, I really respect just the overall, like, everybody black is just doing their thing out here. Like,
Black
and I
Mecca.
mean, you cannot come across somebody out here where they just not doing their thing. Like, you not going to be the smartest person in the room ever. I feel like ever since I've been out here, I've never felt like the smartest person in the room. It's somebody with some type of job. Whether they flying planes, whether they, I don't know, they got their own production company, something. So I want to ask you, do you feel like being from Atlanta, do you have more of an advantage or a disadvantage when it came to your career path? And just careers, period. Because it's for y'all tailbooks.
Let me see. Let me think. Do I feel like I was at a disadvantage or advantage? I think there's always going to be an advantage coming from a big city because there's a lot of resources. And like you said, like being in a place like Atlanta and being black, Atlanta is a black mecca. You could be walking around and people have the most random careers and connections. So I do think there's an advantage at that point, but you have to know how to use it.
Yes.
And I think for me, somebody who was like socially anxious when I was in college and just like a homebody, like I was always to myself. Even when I did radio, like I was always in the radio station. Like I was never at no community events. I just wanted to be on the radio and just leave it at that. And when I didn't take advantage of that, it definitely like set me back. And I feel like that's part of why I had to move away in the first place because I wasn't like upkeeping or trying to make relationships in the city. And then I think about people like, there's one particular person that we work with that's from the metro area, and he went to school locally too, and he got a job where we got a job fresh out of school versus me, like I had to try somewhere else and then come here. And so I think,
wow.
Yeah.
I need to know who that is.
Girl.
When we done.
Thank you.
We'll talk. I need to know who that is.
But yeah, like, and I think also when you're coming from a big city, sometimes people expect you to have certain stuff figured out, or like kind of like what you said, like everybody got a business. So if you don't have your own project, your own business, your own side hustle, like it might feel like you're falling behind. But I know for me, things just took time, and I had to let them happen when they needed to happen because trying to force it didn't make the quality any better, and it didn't make it the success of it all come any faster.
And see, I can understand that because I feel like a lot of my friends who are from Atlanta that I met in school, they will always say, you know, they weren't really that involved out here like that. Like some people really are, and some people just really aren't. They not as, you know, in tune with the city and everything like that. And that's cool. And I think something I realized, I'm like, dang, like, if I was living in Atlanta, like if I went to a school out here for college, because I went to the Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University, thank you.
Love her HBCU.
Okay, love my HBCU. But if I went to school out here while in college, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, dang, what all could I have done? Because, you know, I went to school for broadcast journalism, but out here there is so many opportunities for production, for music video, for everything. You could tap into so much stuff. And I'm just like, dang, like what could have been if I was out here?
Can I say something?
Yes.
So I think because, okay, I grew up on the east side, but when I went to high school, I started going to school on the north side. So at that point, I had to get real familiar with like MARTA. Used to take the train, used to walk, used to take the bus, whatever. And I think like being in the city at such a young age, it wasn't underwhelming. I don't think that's the right word, but I was not. It just felt normal. It felt like home. It didn't feel like anything special that I needed to take advantage of. And I think, like, looking back, I do have regrets. Regrets on how I moved when I was in college, because I think that I could be in a different place had I took advantage of what was around me. But it just felt like, it felt normal.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like I was just like in this big city that was just so different from anywhere else, because this is all I know.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about our age earlier, and I gotta ask, okay, do you believe Gen Z has it harder for career opportunities right now than previous generations?
Oh my gosh, yes, because I think back in the day, you could really get like an associate's or a bachelor's degree and be good as long as you went to school and had your education, like you was fine. Coming from a family of immigrants, that was something that was like drilled into my head, and so it was kind of disappointing to see the goalposts kind of move when I did graduate college, and I had my bachelor's, and I felt like I did this big thing, and it was a big thing. Can't take that from nobody, because if you make it through school, you know how hard it is to make it through school.
Okay.
But it's like you come out and get your bachelor's degree, and they're like, oh, but do you got a master's? Oh, but do you got a certificate?
You have this.
You don't got no PhD? You don't have 5 years of experience? baby, how am I supposed to get that if you won't hire me?
Okay.
And right now, the job market is just really, really, really bad. And the pickings are slim because you have people that have all the senior experience that are getting laid off, and they trying to apply for basic jobs just like we are, just to make ends meet.
Exactly.
So yeah, I do feel like Gen Z is kind of struggling in that regard right now. We're having to do, I don't know, like odd jobs, like be a bartender or work in customer service, and that kind of like set you back when you're trying to advance in your career.
Exactly. And all I can say is, baby, AI, 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 AI. I mean, y'all got AI working Burger King. Like my gosh. And I wish I was joking, but I'm not joking.
No, they got AI taking over everything.
Okay. And I feel like that is a lot of competition. And obviously, you know, we talked about this in school. And mind you, I just graduated last year, okay? So this is why I keep bringing up school.
Class of 2021.
Yes. Oh, no. Class of 2020. But, oh, wait, what you mean class of 2021? You graduated college in 2021?
Yes.
Maybe you graduated early.
I graduated when I was 20. I was in college for 3 years.
Okay, that's why I was like 2021. Class of 2024. But, class of 2024. But, yeah, like, you know, they try to prepare us as much as they could, but it's like AI is taking over so much.
No, facts. I did see something the other day about how, you know how people was like quiet quitting at one point? Like now
What you mean quiet quitting?
Quiet quitting is when you're at your job and you kind of just stop giving a fuck. You stop doing what you're supposed to do. You come and you be a warm body. That's what I be doing.
A warm body?
A warm body.
Girl.
I can't be a cold body. I be dead. I be being a warm body sometimes, mostly on the weekends. You know, I like me a good nap. I hope
Well, don't say that. Girl, no, you can't say that.
But people, instead of quiet quitting, they're doing like job hugging, which is when like they're keeping their job close to them, even though they don't like it, but there's nothing else out there to do.
And it's like you can't move on as well. And I think the other thing is too, when I was looking at jobs, every single thing is asking for some type of content creation. And I feel like content creation didn't even really start blowing up for real till, I want to say my senior year of college, maybe junior year of college. Like now, I'm not gonna lie, the kids kind of have it lucky with being on TikTok and everything and being able to edit, because that's the stuff that they looking for. But it's like, shoot, for us with Instagram wasn't even something for you to be posting no aesthetics. You was doing, to be honest, and rates.
BMS.
Okay, well y'all was doing that. I wasn't on it. My mama ain't let me on it.
Oh, yeah, I was on there being bad.
I had Snapchat.
I was on there acting bad too. But
What was your kick name?
I don't remember.
You don't remember your kick name?
I met my first boyfriend on Kick.
Girl, you know where I met mine?
Where?
Movie Star Planet.
Ooh,
And then I guess I was, on Wattpad.
But I'm not gonna play with you. Wattpad, that was like the first content creation when people was writing their little stories, I fear.
Girl.
But
it was, without the visuals.
Low key. I don't know. I didn't sign up to be a content creator. Respectfully, I'm too socially anxious to want to be a content creator. I don't even want to do that. I just want to make my little podcast, write my little articles. Okay. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I want to be an Instagram personality or a personal brand. Like, I'm just so tired of that.
And I'm sorry. I just ain't got the time to, like, if I'm going to go somewhere out to eat, I'm going everything to eat first. I'm like, y'all talking about, the camera eat first. No. Well, let me stop lying. Sometimes I do if it look good. If it look good, but I don't want to, okay, you mean I got to record myself getting into the black truck. I got to record myself stepping out. I got to record myself opening the door. I don't want to do that. Like that, I feel like that's such a waste of energy. But I mean, some people do real good at that. That's what you do, cool. But I just don't think I have the energy in me to do all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But they live in that phone, and that's the issue. Like, I feel like when it comes to stuff like that, sometimes it's nice to record for memories, but I think that's why people be calling Gen Zers like iPad kids, because they just be in that phone.
Okay, but also blame these parents. Like, y'all letting y'all kids have an iPad. What happened to Leapfrog?
Girl, what happened to the green box?
The who?
You was never outside by the green box?
What you mean the green box? Oh, yeah. Girl. I thought, I'm laughing loud.
Which I'm not for the
They gonna kick us out and be like, that girl over there with the red hair.
Who gonna check us?
Who gonna check me, boo? But yeah, no. I just think these kids, let me stop. That ain't even a question. Anyway, let's get back on track.
We went on a tangent.
Because we started saying stuff good about Gen Z and then went
left.
Okay, the next question is, how has having a job but still struggling shape your sense of self-worth?
Oh my gosh. I'm in a space right now where I'm not letting it shape my self-worth, because I think there was a point in time where I put so much into my job, and either without it, I didn't have an identity, and when I wasn't respected with what I was doing, it made me bitter. It made me bitter, and it really affected my mental health. And like, I was starting to feel like I didn't know who I was without that job. And it's like, granted, I spend 40 plus hours a week at that job, so it is a big part of me in my life, but it's not me, it's just what I do. And I think being able to disconnect it to, in the space that I'm in right now, has just been super, super helpful, because it will affect your self-worth if you just hold your value in whatever it is that you do. But it's like, you're a person. Yeah. You have family, you have people who love you. You should love you and also put time into that. Because at the end of the day, when you go to work, you're making somebody else's dreams come true.
Okay.
Like, I go to work and I help them put that show together, and I leave, and I don't get nothing out of that. Not even a fucking thank you.
Girl, not even some PTO.
Clark it.
I feel like for me, especially just now being in a big girl job, I feel like it's made me realize I don't want to put so much into my work to where I'm miserable outside of work. Because I feel like a lot of people get so consumed with what they got going on. It's like, okay, well, what life do you have outside of it? Some of the people who take their job so serious is the ones who really have nothing outside of this. And that's why for me it was like, I need to be able to pour into myself outside, because I don't want the only thing about me to be like, dang, she's so good at what she do, but she really ain't ish on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but I also think with my schedule too, you know, it's really made me pour into me. Okay, because baby, I had to get a coloring book. I had to bring it back to me. Hey, kindergarten. But anyways, yeah, I feel like I really had to pour back into me, just because with my time schedule, like working 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., like when you, like, obviously your body ain't used to that. You're not really supposed to sleep like that. But when I wake up, I'm like, ooh, it's bright outside. I start getting FOMO. I'm like, dang, I'm missing this conversation with this person. I'm over here like, I can't even go do this. And now for me, it's like, okay, like you got to really start loving yourself, love everything that you're doing. Because I started realizing, like, sometimes I hate being alone, you know? And I'm like, you got to get comfortable with that, and it's just for a season.
Do you think that it's just because of what we do? Like, would you still feel like this if you was working a regular job? Have you thought about that, like switching industries and pivoting?
Bitch, you know how to repeat your question. Like how it makes me feel.
Like, do you think you would feel like this if you did something else?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Well, yeah, I do think it's the industry that we're in. But I think it's because we are on a time crunch every single day about something. It feels like you're meeting a deadline. I gotta do this, and da 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 da. And it feels like you almost have no time for nothing. And I think I almost play that into my day after work. Like, it's like, okay, I gotta make sure I go do the gym right here. If I don't get back at home by this time, then I'm gonna miss this and that. Girl! And then I knew it was a problem when I started having dreams about writing. Girl, I started having dreams about ENPS. I said, oh no. Like, and I would wake up with anxiety, feeling like I'm missing out on something, I'm not turning this in, and da 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 da. So I do think if I was in a different field, I wouldn't have that problem, because I would still feel like I can do more. And I think that's why I don't even go out no more. I used to be on my head.
Oh, I know.
Oh, what you mean you know?
It's okay. It's okay.
When was I on my head?
You want me to air you out on camera?
Ooh. Girl, I've never been in Atlanta. When?
You used to be coming to work from them game nights. Cut it out.
Wait, what game night?
What's that place called? Utopia?
Oh.
Now you know what I'm talking about. Anyways.
Mike, don't say nothing.
You kind of just ate me up for filth.
What you mean?
You just read me for filth. With the whole, like, us working on deadlines and then trying to live your life on a deadline, I always feel like I'm in a rush. And I didn't realize that until you just said that.
It's because the news, girl.
Yes. But also, I don't think I could work a regular 9 to 5. Not like a job, but a job that only has 9 to 5 type hours. Because I like the flexibility that working night side or like working early in the morning gives me.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah, for me.
For you.
I can't do that overnight shit. I don't know. You a soldier.
Even and you know what irritates me so much, y'all. I feel like more people remind me about work than I remind myself I have work, because everybody trying to figure out my schedule. So it's like, oh, what time you work? Wait, is that this day or this day? And it's like, dang, like you really have to ask yourself, like, dang, you working at 1 a.m. Tuesday night, but it's really not nighttime. It's because you're asleep and I'm up.
It's Monday morning for you,
girl. That shit pissed me off. Let's change the topic because I
don't even be knowing what day it is.
Okay. Do you? Ooh.
What?
Wait, no, we ain't gonna get that positive yet.
Not that positive, it's crazy.
Well, we kind of answered that question. Do you feel pressure to look successful even when you're struggling?
Oh my gosh, yes, because it's Atlanta and everything is a fucking aesthetic here.
Yeah.
But also, I'm kind of in a space where I'm going back to my social media being like casual. So I don't really give a fuck what I post. I'm not really here to appease nobody. When I was trying to do that, it was making me really unhappy and it was making me not want to post at all. And I think it's important to realize that the social media shit is literally just social media. Of course, people are going to post the good moments that they go through and their successes. But you really don't be knowing what people we got going on behind closed doors, you know?
Girl, don't. And you can honestly change your For You page. That's what I started doing.
Oh, you be curating your algorithm?
Girl, yes. I got God. That's number one. Then I got my mukbangs.
You got your mukbangs?
Girl, yes, I love the noodles.
Ew.
Slurp, slurp.
I don't want to hear that. Hearing people chew piss me off so
I love
bad.
it, though. I feel like it's therapy.
People at work, you know, I'm kind of like, everybody has like their archetype at work or like how they present themselves. And I'm more like the funny black girl. Like I don't code switch. I don't give a fuck. I be talking my shit in there. But sometimes I think people think that I don't take myself seriously. When I do post my work, it's like, oh, this is not usually like what you do, or I don't get the same support that I would if I posted like a pretty picture or something like that. But that's also why I made that other page to post my stuff on there, because I'm like, I don't even want the energy. And then whoever come follow it, then come follow it, that's fine. But I don't even want to post it on my main page because I do still kind of worry about that perception.
About what? What perception?
The
people not taking you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to take me seriously and I'm trying not to focus on what other people think. But social media is all about what other people think.
That's all you can do. And I think that's the other thing, like, everybody just gotta be honest with yourself. Like, you is gonna care what people say. Sure, I'm caring what people gonna say in these comments.
Okay.
Okay, because when I blow up, what y'all gonna say?
She's paid.
You
and
gonna
pretty,
talk about
and that's it.
And I ain't got no reason. But I definitely get what you're saying, especially about the image thing at work. I feel like for me, I don't even know how people view me. Well, no, I know they don't. Sometimes some people don't take me serious. And I think it's because the red hair. I think it's because my blanket. I keep my blanket over me because I get cold, and I could already tell people be thinking that. But it's just like I always loved being that person that just has the unexpected. Even like when I'm out in Atlanta and I say, oh yeah, I work at a news station, they just like, oh, you smart. Oh, you, yes.
That's so cool.
Okay, next question. Ooh, yeah, you got this one. Ooh. How do you deal with burnout when you're early in your career?
First of all, the first thing I want to say, and this is not just for people who work in the media industry, this is for anybody. Use that motherfucking PTO. Call out. You know what PTO stands for? It stands for prepare the others.
For real?
I mean, it stands for paid time off. But
I was like, what is that?
Prepare the others. What that mean? Prepare the others, because I'm not coming. I can't come. I need a mental health day. I need a physical health day. I need an emotional health day. I done called out a couple times on behalf.
And then I need a rest day to get the rest from everything. I
gotta recuperate.
Thank you.
I think we should only have 3 to 4 day weeks, but that's just me. But personally, how I deal with burnout, I try to do stuff that makes me feel good. So it really just depends on what is going on at the time. Sometimes I need rest. Like you seen last week, I was just like locked up in the house.
Y'all, she didn't want to talk to me.
I was on the couch for like 2 days and I just did not
ignore my calls.
Girl, bye. You know I'm a DMV
I was
warrior.
so sad because I'm like, I don't even hang out with a lot of people in Atlanta, and you just...
I just be needing, but you know how I am in that I require a lot of solitude. So that's how I recharge my battery. I think aside from just taking time for myself, traveling and Yeah, traveling and having hobbies, because traveling, sometimes you just need to change the scenery. Sometimes it's like, it's been so many times where I'm like, oh my God, I hate Atlanta. I don't want to be here no more. And I went out of town, I'd be like, oh, okay, like,
yeah,
I'm ready to get
I
home.
miss home.
I miss home. I need me a 10-piece stats, okay? Cut it out. Yeah, like.
They chicken down out here.
All in the streets. All in the
With
streets.
some fried rice. Well, y'all is funny about that fried rice and chicken wing.
A-Town on Bankhead got the best house rice. The crispiest wings. A-Town on Bankhead, can I take your order? And then, and then aside from traveling and just having to change the scenery, definitely having hobbies, because like we was talking about earlier, your job can't be all that you do. Like you can't just work and go home and work and go home and work and go home. If you ever seen that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward moved into like the Tiki neighborhood and he was just doing the same thing they was doing every day, and he started hating that shit and he wanted to go back to Bikini Bottom.
Well, he was doing
Yeah, like you need some.
I love SpongeBob.
You need some character in your life. So,
you do.
You know, I'll go dance or I'll paint or whatever, just anything to get my mind off the normalcy that I have 40 hours a week, because there's so much more to life outside of that.
I feel like for me, it's like learn how to say no and just be still. Like, you see how we was just saying, like, you over here being to yourself, and I'm like, girl, why you ain't answer right call? Like, I am somebody where when I feel like I'm getting out of that mode where I could just go here, go there, go talk to this person, go talk to this person when I was in college. But now I feel like with 5 days and you got them 2 days, you really feel like you got 1 day.
It's really one day.
It's really 1 day, because 1 day you cleaning and having to think about the next day. So it's just like, for me, I almost feel like I don't know how to just be to myself, like just sit down for a second. So my advice would just be to learn how to say no, sit home, sleep in. You don't need to be at every single thing, and you can miss out for a couple of things. And then also too, like you said, having hobbies, like go do some yoga shit. I don't fucking know, Pilates.
Go stretch, go ground yourself.
You a big back bitch, then go get some food.
Kayla!
What? This is what y'all wanted.
You know what, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, that's probably what I would do with burnout.
Eating do make me feel good, so I can eat that.
I can eat me a nice steak, grilled on Labor Day.
You know what I really been craving? Some pho.
I love pho. I wish I could be a pho too.
I could be a noodle. Next question.
Okay. What advice would you give to a college student who is coming
into the workforce?
Yes.
Ooh.
I got a lot to say.
Okay. I think it's really just this one thing.
What's that one thing, Emery?
You better love. Emery is crazy.
That's a good song though.
You better love what the fuck you about to go do.
Okay.
You better love what you about to go do, because you about to spend a lot of time doing it, and if you don't like it, you're going to hate your life. You're going to spend a lot of time miserable because you're doing something that you don't have no passion for, no drive to do, you're not motivated, you don't like it. And I think it's really important to like what you do, because this your life. Like once you're out of college, you're really back at the drawing board. And whatever experience you have in life is on you. Yeah. And so if you want to be miserable, like, it's some people out here that live for that. Misery love company, and they're just okay with like complaining during the week and going to the club on the weekends. Okay. Couldn't be me. But there are people that are like that. And if you want to work at a dollar store for the rest of your life and just be a manager. Okay. And you don't chase that money bunks. Yeah. Because when you get home, you're going to be mad. If you don't have no ambition, then that's on you. But I do think it's important to just really enjoy what it is that you do. I think part of the reason why we still get through the place where we work and what we do is because we genuinely enjoy being journalists. Yeah. I like talking to people, and I like hearing stories from all walks of life, and I like having an impact on a community and being able to share things that help others, whether that be resources, stories, or whatever may have you. And I think knowing that the work that I do actually helps people sometimes, not all the time, because we all know news is dying. But it does help. But it does help. It does help. And there is like a certain magic to like making TV. Like you really go to work and put on TV every day.
Okay.
Like the average person does not do
lounge.
that.
Every time I'm at a lounge out here, I'm like, oh, there go my station.
Yeah, like you work.
There go the ops.
You work in not the ops.
The ops.
You work in TV. Like that is not your average job.
It isn't.
It's kind of hard to. It's not even kind of. It's real hard to do what we do. It's a very competitive industry, and that's why people be in bumblefuck nowhere.
It's so intense. I feel like for me, my biggest thing is don't be, what's the word? Don't be offended by everything. Because I feel like for me, especially going to work, it's so quick to just take offense to every single thing somebody is saying to you, whether it is critique, whether it is somebody just having a bad day, whatever, or if that's just a continuous thing with that person. Because you can't let nobody affect your mood. Like your mama say, no, one monkey don't stop no show, baby.
Okay, and don't.
And yeah, you just can't really carry all of that onto you, because I feel like there are so many times where I'm about to be irritated, like I'm pissed, like I'll go off work and I'm like, I don't want to be complaining about the same thing. Like, you see a pattern with this person. Why expect any different? Some of this stuff, it could be something they got going on outside of this, and it's like, don't let that affect you. Oh, I see spit. Just come on, mama. Don't let that affect you. But when you find your one person, you better hold on. Hold on, like funky. And yeah, that's what Danny is for me. Because I feel like every single time that I talk to you about something, it's like you understand. It don't matter what it is. We talk about everything.
We do. It don't matter where we is. Too.
Okay, and I knew I was going. Okay, I knew I was gonna like her when she complimented my hair the first time. I remember what she was wearing. She had a little.
I got a little bob. B.O.B. they calling me the Bob. And she had you had some barrel twist. What's that?
Barrel twist.
Not barrel. I don't know what they call. I don't know.
Just twist.
Was that just twist?
I don't know.
I knew she was a bad bitch when I seen her.
Thank you.
I knew I was gonna like
Y'all
her.
see it.
And she came over and sat by me, and I was just giving her the tea, and I'm just like, yeah, girl. And when it comes to, veterans in whatever industry you're working in, sometimes they feel like you gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps just like they did. But it's like, no, you're here. You were supposed to help make a way for me so that I didn't have to do that. Why are you trying to make me struggle?
Exactly.
I don't want to struggle. And here we are.
And I will also say, as a black person, cover your ass. Cover your ass, because a lot of the times I always hear, oh, well, they did da-da-da-da-da, and they did da-da-da-da, but they not black. That's point blank,
they
period.
getting away with murder.
You're not...
People be getting away with murder.
Okay, because
we don't have that opportunity.
Like,
it don't matter what it...
Baby, oh, my fault. I told you stuff I would say would get I would get canceled.
Yeah, we gonna cut some of this out. Yeah.
But what's it called? But yeah, definitely cover your ass, because it's just like, not all the time. I don't even want to say not all the time, but they are going to remember every single thing that you did, and it can affect you in the long run. So it's like, yes, show up to work on time. Yes, try not to talk back too much. Obviously, stand up for things that you believe in, but just be very careful, because they would use that against you. Like, let's talk about it with Love Island. Okay, you see, Alandria had her one little mishap when it came to. Alandria had her.
Was that a mishap?
When she said that question to Hutter or whatever, the way she went about it, she probably could have went about it a little bit. Anyways, but it's just like people went in and called her a mean girl all throughout that, ran through the mud for no reason.
They was looking for a reason.
Exactly, and it's like that's a prime example of people would just take it and run with it and just keep using it.
That's fair.
But let's go on to something positive. What keeps you hopeful about the future, even when it feels heavy? Oh, doesn't that give Care Bear in your heart?
It makes me feel real warm inside.
Makes you feel real warm.
What keeps me hopeful about the future? Knowing that I'm still really young. Like, I think it's real easy to age yourself. I think it's real easy to age yourself, especially when you work as hard as we do. Or even when you're just working full-time in general, because it becomes very monotonous. It's not like college and you get a new schedule every semester and you got new classes and you meet new people. It's not like that. Like, life can be very boring if you let it, but I think being where I am right now and knowing that, like, I'm in a good place right now at 25, it's only up from here. So the days that I feel miserable, it's like trying not to allow that miserable moment to overtake or overshadow my whole day. And just letting that be that moment, because emotions come and go, and that's just what it is. My ex,
earthy.
He don't get no clout off me, bitch. But
Girl, well, why are we bringing him up?
no, I'm just gonna tell you something that he used to tell me. When I used to feel some type of way going into work, he used to be like, "It's okay, Danny, because one day you're not gonna work there anymore. One day you're gonna walk out that building for the last day." And I think about that all the time. Not about him, but just about that sentiment that like everything is only for a season. That's why I have that tattooed on my chest. Everything is just for a season. And so knowing that hardships, but also like happiness doesn't last forever is like should motivate you or motivates me to just keep seeking more for myself.
And I think for me, it's one, definitely about age, because I feel like that's something you always hear all the time now where people just be like, take your time, quit trying to rush. Like, there's going to be times you make mistakes. And honestly, even meeting older people out here, like a lot of people that I've met who I think are pretty successful, they be like 30, 31, 32. And it's just like, stuff really does take time.